I'm Ed Riley from Croton-on-the-Hudson, from Holy Name of Mary Parish there. The first recollection I have of Father Groeschel was as a young priest. We're raising money for a station wagon to help send registration workers to Mississippi in the Civil Rights era. I remember talking to him that night. I was, 16. He was very passionate for, this is a young priest, for people who didn't have their rights and the privileges that we had.
I first heard, my wife and I were at a Respect Life Institute in 1989 or so. At the time I thought, who is that guy? He looks like somebody who should be out of Middle Earth, you know, Gandalf the Wizard with that gray habit and everything.
I remember one time when I was having a class with him, with Father Benedict, and there's two things I think that really stick out for me is truth and how to live your life.
And we got to know him a little bit over the next few years, and we used to spend Christmas Eve day with him traveling around northern Manhattan and the South Bronx dropping off Christmas packages.
And in concert with the rabbi of the parish, rabbi of Croton-on-the-Hudson in 1962. This is in the early 60s.
I remember we were having a class out in Trinity, and we're in the backyard and the outside, and he's giving us a class on the spiritual life. And I think it was around lunchtime, so all the traffic of airplanes are flying over us, and all of a sudden he's like going to give us the secret to the spiritual life. And this huge plane flies over it, and we can't hear it because his voice is a little bit quieter.
And Father Groeschel gave the homily at the Mass, and it was very striking.
He didn't, he was not afraid to get in your face about it, but he never offended people per se. He didn't attack them personally, and I was very impressed by him.
So we're just trying to soak into his words because his words were so filled with truth, and we eventually heard what the secret to, or just the spiritual life, you know, just how to live it. And just remember just holding on, grasping his words, wanting to listen to it, to the truth.
And we were followers of Father for a while. We were involved with pro-life stuff with him. My wife had a couple of interesting experiences with him at outside of abortion clinics.
And as it turned out, those 3 civil rights workers got their station wagon, but in the process of registering African Americans to vote in Mississippi, they were murdered there, and the station wagon was found, I believe, in a dam along with their bodies.
And just seeing him in his struggle and just in everything, just how he would allow the brothers or anybody to help him, and just his generosity, and just his own dignity in knowing where he was at, but he would allow others to help him. I just really helped me to see how to live my life.
First memory I had of him, and then of course he went on. And I was just thinking about him in our generation, along with Cardinal O'Connor and Mother Teresa and Pope John Paul II and Paul VI. This generation's been so blessed to have what I call saints walking among us, and to me, Father Groeschel was a saint walking among us.